Okay, so right now, I think I'm a little bit smaller. So that's funny, because on the Z30, you have no IBIS, but you do have electronic stabilization. And the electronic VR is on. Let me check. Yeah, it's on. So when I turn on the IBIS on this camera, I get smaller. And I see no vignetting. In crop mode. Okay, so it is in DX mode. So what do you think? So I'm walking around. What I want you to look at is the stabilization now. I want you to look at the wobbliness on the sides, up and down and stuff. So we are also testing to see how well this camera performs stabilized. So I'm walking around. And this is, it looks like a full frame mode. I don't think it's even cropped. So I'm going to put it on sports. And then the last part of the video, it'll still be in crop mode, but I'll just have the electronic VR on. And then we'll compare. Okay, am I any bigger? Maybe a little bit more. So this is on sports. This is the heavy duty where you pan and you crop, you know, when you're on IBIS. So it's supposed to handle better. So when you crop, they kind of take away the wobbly, I'm sorry, when you turn on the IBIS, it kind of gives you a crop. It removes the wobbliness that you would see on the lens. Also the fact that sometimes, like in 4K 60, when they crop the image, they don't want to give you line skip. They want you to give you the full detail of the image. So that's why it's cropped. Okay. But anyway, it's looking pretty good, right? So I got the electronic VR and the IBIS on. Okay, with those cropped. So I'm going to turn off the IBIS completely and just have electronic VR on. And there's no stabilization in the lens, but watch this. Do I look different? Just electronic VR, okay? No IBIS. So in crop mode, you're already seeing it without any stabilization on at all, okay? So this is electronic VR. This is what you have on your Z30. I'm just walking around. So you're going to see a whole bunch of video clips. It's going to last for about 20 minutes. Sorry, but you know, I think this should kind of explain to you what a full frame camera can do with IBIS and without IBIS, and with stabilization on electronic, or with stabilization, you know, on and off. Okay. So I'm going to go over here because mosquitoes are killing me. And last but not least, I'm going to finish this video. All right. So, no stabilization, crop mode. Okay. I'm going to walk around. And you'll see more shakiness. Okay. Yeah, I can see shakiness. You know, just me going up and down. It's pretty bad, right? So now I'm going to put it in full frame mode with no stabilization. Okay. Remember vignetting? All right. No stabilization. How do I look? So I look a lot smaller. Do you still see the shakiness? So we're going to full circle, okay? This is how I started. So we know we need some stabilization. I noticed that when I put it in electronic VR, it's more stable. Okay, so you know, where you won't see the vignetting is what I meant. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now, and this is in full frame, no stabilization. I'll walk around just to remind people it's shaky. Okay, I had no stabilization in crop mode this last clip. Same thing on this one, but it's in full frame mode with the crop sensor lens. And this is the only camera I know besides the ZVE1 that will accept a lens like this, crop sensor lens, in full frame, and you can see the vignetting. Okay, some people like this look. You know, they like the corners a little bit dark and stuff, and you can get away with it with 1x1 or different types of camera settings. So let's go to the last part. Okay, electronic VR only. Okay, and I should be more stabilized. This is full frame mode, not crop mode. Okay, you might see little things on the side. You see, in full frame mode, I look kind of small. I will end it, since you have the electronic VR, Brandon, in crop mode. And I'm just walking around. So this is in full frame. Electronic VR is on. Okay? Since you have no stabilization or IBIS, I mean, real in-body stabilization in the camera, just have electronic stabilization. That's how I'll end this video. So I'm just walking around. I know it's a lot of clips, and I do a lot of these things all the time. And, you know, it helps me to learn in the process too, okay? So you guys asking questions gives me ideas, and this is, hey, I'm willing to try it. So anyway, this should explain that I have another camera systems lens on a Nikon camera. It should never go on here, all right? But the reason why I do that, and I already explained that earlier, if you want to save money, you just buy an adapter, use that lens you already own, and it should work with a camera. Okay, so let's end this in crop mode. Okay, so electronic VR, crop mode, and you can see me a little bit more enhanced. And I'm a little bit bigger. Okay? So I hope this helps you out, Brandon. I think it's Brandon Aqua. So when I do the video, when I'm walking around, I do something like this. Just with the tripod, I'm walking around. There's only certain instances where I hold the camera, because if it's a big lens or whatever, I don't like holding it on the tripod. If the lens is too big for the camera, I'm scared that it might break the mount. But in this instance, I've always used a tripod when walking with this lens because it's so small, pancake, and light. And you see? And I don't mind in crop. Yeah, it's less megapixels. Yeah, but if you're doing video, you look better. You look a lot closer. And when I do my car vlogging, I do a lot of crop sensor vlogging. So as you see, this is electronic VR, and you should see a little shakiness, okay? So this is the way it would look on your camera on the Z30, right? So it's you get your kit lens 16mm to 50, and you should get better performance because I believe VR is on the lens. It's not on this one, all right? Okay. Hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any ideas. I'm willing to try. I've done quite a bit on the camera systems, and I have different camera systems. So if you want to check something out, look in the back, you know, my archives and stuff, and just do a search. It says, well, do you have this camera, or do you have this lens, or whatever? I probably do. And just watch the video. Watch the video all the way through, because my process, it's more into detail, and I find errors, and I try this, that. That's the only thing, okay? A lot of people, they ask me questions without watching the whole video. And I appreciate your comment, and I hope this is helpful, explaining what I'm trying to do when I test a lens out, an adapter, a brand new camera. I put it through the test. So I'll put it in car vlogging, I'll put it outside, I'll do it in black and white, I'll, you know, anything you can think of, I'll test it out with, okay? So I do like night driving, daytime driving. I do different settings like 4K 60, 4K 120, 6K 60. This can do high definition 240. This camera's amazing, all right? It doesn't do 8K, but do you want to edit an 8K? Do you have an 8K TV? I don't, okay? I have 4K, but the majority of people, content creators, the videos they put out, that's why YouTube does 720, well, yeah, 720, 1080, 2560, or the 1440, and then the 2160. I think they can do 6K and 8K, but depending on your TV, it'll only show that resolution. You can put it on 8K or whatever, but it's still at 4K, all right? So majority of people watch it on their cell phones. They don't care about the 4K or the crop or whatever. They just want the content, see if the picture quality is good. I got it in landscape mode, okay? I don't, and I have it in 10-bit H.260, H.265, 422, okay? I don't have it in the ProRes or anything like that. I just want to try it out with the average person. When they get the camera out, they try these basic settings and see if it works. And if it works to their liking, that gives them a pretty good idea of how the camera's going to perform. So anyway, Brennan Aqua, have a good evening. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, stay safe, keep smiling. And just to let you know, okay, the electronic VR in crop mode works okay, but you'll still see some shaking. When I had electronic VR in the full frame, you can see why it's cropped, okay? Because when you see the vignetting, you see, you know, it doesn't look good. So when I did the other video, that's all I was trying out. Is I was amazed that this APS-C lens was in full frame mode and not in crop mode. So that's all I was testing. These three parts are for you to show you that, hey, this is the different stabilizations. If I had a full frame lens, it would have performed better. If it was stabilized, APS-C, crop, or full frame, you would see the difference. This lens is not stabilized, so that's why you saw a lot of shakiness. If I put the kit lens 16 to 50 on this camera, it would be like night and day, okay? And I might just do that tomorrow. I'm trying to recover from all the new Texas state bird, friend, okay? So I hope this video was helpful. I know this part is kind of long. I just want to emphasize that whatever lens you use, Photos will always turn out better if you have a higher shutter speed, but it's the video part that gives most of the content creators problems. If it's on a tripod, if it's stabilized, you know, in a setting position, no problem. But it's when you're moving around is when you see most of the problems. And you know, I don't have what is it, a gyro or thing to stabilize the camera. I just try to do things when I first get the camera what an average person would get with a camera, not a photographer that's used to, that knows what he wants out of the camera. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Stay safe, keep smiling. And if you have any more ideas, I'll try them out, okay? And I'll direct you to other videos and stuff, which I think might be helpful. I learned in the process too. This is still a brand new camera. I've only had it for like maybe 2 weeks at the most. And I've been dealing with it every day. And plus, other people ask me questions about certain things, and I do that also. So have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.